What's going on, folks? TJ Lauerman, aka ThatSportsGamer here. Bullpen Banter, episode 4 with myself, ThatSportsGamer, and Millennium OS is here, as always, with me.
Going on, guys?
Millennium,
That's all I got.
I'm so excited to talk to you tonight about budget infielders. Nothing I love more than budget Diamond Dynasty players right now.
Well, and the best part is, I think we discussed this earlier, is that once we get through our budget teams,
I'm going
we're
to
going to get a
whoop you
chance.
with mine.
You're going to see them in action. That's what I like.
I know. We've done starting pitching. I don't remember what episode that was, but on youtube.com/thatsportsgamer, there is a playlist with all of our Bullpen Banter episodes. Pretty sure I named it, so if you're looking for the starting pitching one, you can go right there and check that out. So our topic tonight, as I said, budget infielders. Before we get there, though, we're going to start talking about the recent roster update, what's going on in the captain store. But before we even get there, we're going to talk about what we've been doing recently in MLB The Show. Millennium, why don't you go ahead and kick us off?
I've been doing a couple different things. I've been doing a dual grind with the Tampa Bay Rays and the Toronto Blue Jays to get the 95 Jose Bautista and the 94 or 95. I think it's actually, no, I'm sorry. It's 94 Ben Zobrist. I had the choice between going with the Zobrist or the Kinsler, and I think the Zobrist might be a little better for what I do.
Mm-hmm.
The Kinsler's a major power, just hits balls out of everywhere. But for the lineup that I'm creating, I think Zobrist is more moving the guys around the bases better for me. So, and obviously I have a Bautista I use now, but a 95 Bautista would be amazing.
Do you lead him off?
Jose Bautista, no.
That's what they do in real life,
No,
man.
unfortunately. Yeah, I know. I understand they're doing that in real life. And you know what? That's because they don't have a leadoff hitter. I believe it's Ben Revere is not playing well for them. So what do? Do you get your best hitter more at bats? You can't put Tulo up there. Tulo, I know he did that last year. They don't have anyone to hit in that spot. So
It's a tough thing to do right now.
it's unfortunate.
I just finished up my Tigers grind. I got the Johnny Peralta, fed up my guy to get the Jack Morris. Haven't used Jack Morris yet. Got him in the rotation. Maybe tonight when I try to get to a 1,700 rating, he'll get the start. I heard he's a difficult one to pitch with. You got to be extra precise with him. So I'm very interested in that. I just put a buy order in. We should probably see if that got picked up. It did not. I'm going to be working on, I think, the Brewers next. I just put in the buy order for Ryan Braun. I like the idea of that J.J. Hardy. I really love the idea of the John Axford and the Prince Fielder that you'll get from the Embody and Feed missions.
The Axford I have played with and played against in Battle Royale. Pretty good.
Yeah.
That fastball, curveball, and that windup are all pretty good.
Even like the regular one is not bad.
Right.
I've had him in Battle Royale a couple of times, and I've liked him a lot. I like his windup a lot. And also, as we've seen, like, every reliever goes down with IE boosts. So getting flashback relievers might be the smart play.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. With, like I said, the Axford. Well, who are some of the other flashback relievers?
Is that Drew Smiley a reliever, I believe?
The 87
Yeah.
is absolutely a lefty reliever that is real. Actually, I picked him up in my Battle Royale, my current Battle Royale team, and the other thing I've been doing this week is new strategy for that. But he's on my new Battle Royale team and killing it against lefties and righties.
Yeah, it's an 87 Drew Smiley. Going for between 10 and 15,000 right now. There's also a flashback Vinny Pastano. That's an 83. Not bad. What's he got? 95 hits per 9, 97 Ks per 9. His slurve, pretty legit.
And his windup, he has one of those tricky windups where the ball looks like it's coming out of the guy's shoulder. I think that was him. So.
And of course, we love the Chris Sale flashback. But he's only an 82 overall. Jabba Chamberlain, I feel like I've been seeing him more often recently. He's a 84 overall. He's got 93 Ks per 9 and 91 velocity. So
nice.
And with no IE boost to bring him down, it's good.
And the best thing about those for budget teams is most of those are 25-man collections, not like 40-man collections. So you can get most of them for under 1,000 stubs.
Yep. So I guess we'll start talking about the recent roster update. Let me pull up the page that if you don't have bookmarked on your computer, you're doing it wrong. You should go right now. Go directly to daddyleagues.com. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Just go straight to daddyleagues.com. Hit the DD on top, and then you can come to the attribute changes for MLB 16 for the show 16, and you can check them out. As you can see here, there's some new cards on top of the pile. A new Robin Yount flashback, which I think is the same flashback you get for the 500 hits, right?
It is. It's the same flashback, but if you get the flashback for the 500 flashback hits, it's non-sellable. Whereas this one is just put in to the Gen Pop.
Mm-hmm. There's also a Ian Desmond flashback that you can get,
which is very, very good. I'm not big on the fielding and everything, but his arm strength's an 87. Oh, actually, no, I take that back. His arm strength's an 87. Fielding is an 84. I mean, and pretty decent hitting, about mid-range hitting around there. So a good mid-level shortstop for you. Gold.
What else we got here? A couple starting pitchers have taken the hit this week. Matt Harvey's dropped 3 points. Sonny Gray's dropped 2. Dallas Keuchel's dropped 1. Harvey did have a nice start today.
Yes.
So maybe his free fall is over. We'll see.
He's going to need a couple more starts before his free fall stops. So the Sonny Gray obviously will make the 40-man Oakland collection cheaper.
Yeah, I'm thinking about
into that. I know we
that
talked about the Raleigh Fingers, yeah.
I still love Matt Harvey's pitch mix. I mean, he's still got high stamina. He's usually got IE boosts. I don't think he's a terrible card. I think he's actually gone up in price like 7,000 subs after today's start. But he's dropped all the way from a 94 at the beginning of the season. I think the dropping might be done. He might just be staying at this 88 for a little bit. I don't think he'll be going up anytime soon unless he does something spectacular.
And his control ratings are still really good. I mean, his control for his fastball, which is a 95-mile-an-hour fastball, which means it will show at 97, is an 88. He's got an 80 break slider that's at 89. His two-seamer, which I'm going to... A lot of people don't like the two-seamer. I actually live off the two-seamer when I pitch with a two-seam guy. Is an 81 control, 77 break, and an 85 control on his curveball. I mean, those kind of things are things you want to look into when you're looking at pitchers for your starting rotation. Is the control ratings. Don't get me wrong, the actual pitch ratings matter too, but control ratings are huge for people using meter and analog.
Some infielders that are going up. We got Daniel Murphy got +3. Jonathan, yeah, Murphy been waiting on him. What was he hitting, like 400 for a little bit there?
Yeah, no kidding.
LaCroix gets into the gold.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but still only under 2,000 stubs right now.
Yep.
For a really good second baseman at a position of weakness in the game.
Yeah, and great contact numbers, 88 versus righties, 78 versus lefties. I mean, he doesn't have a lot of pop against lefties, but still 67 power against righties. And he's usually on IE boost. He's up to a 93 overall right now, with plus 12 to his power. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Not a bad card to have right now. Also, Jonathan LaCroix. Some would call him a budget catcher, but now he's out of that now with his price range now.
No longer. Yeah, no longer. He's still an amazing catcher that will, if you already have him, good for you on getting him. We've talked about him multiple times here. 85 fielding, great hitting. I think it's like 78 and 81 right now. So
yep, he got that bump, and I put him back in my lineup, and guess what? Still can't hit with him. He's up to 78 contact versus righties and 81 versus lefties.
Very nice.
Also, Yadier Molina gets a bump. Jeff Samardzija gets a bump.
A couple of the guys you want to watch out for that aren't actually getting ratings increases, but getting position changes. So be real careful, like a guy like Yangarvis Solarte, who moved to second base from third base, actually didn't get any ratings increases, but his overall goes up. Another reason to be really careful about overalls in general. But a guy like Steve Pearce was listed as a first baseman, was a 79, is now an 81 overall second baseman. Still a really good option and has a lot of secondary positions he can play and a good bat for you, but don't be fooled into thinking that all of a sudden, he got some upgrades to anything.
And the good way to do that is if you're on Daddy Leagues just looking at the regular player page, you can always change the web address to /history at the end. And that's how you will be able to see their attribute history. So you'll see that his contact and power numbers, nothing has changed, only his overall has changed, which is usually an indicator of just his position being the change. And
yeah, same thing with Brock Holt. Brock Holt was the big one. He had a +5 increase with no actual attribute increases, but he moves to second base from left field.
Yes. So pull that up real quick. Yeah, Brock Holt. I thought it was. It doesn't show the upgrade here, but
if you click from the actual roster page, like you are right there, yeah, you should be able. It should show the different pieces.
No, it says 76 for both.
Yeah, well, it didn't show the overall increase. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah, he didn't have anything else. Yeah, Brock Holt starting pitcher.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about the Red Sox starting pitching after day.
That really is here. That's interesting. He deserves a start. Maybe two. All right. Anybody else in here you want to talk about? Teixeira got a knockdown. Ozuna got a little boost.
Yeah, the guys you want to keep an eye out for are guys like Vince Vasquez or even Aaron Nola to keep an eye on, even though he's not in this one. Keep an eye on guys that are starting to move up at this point in the season. Most of the upgrades you're seeing are from the first month. So now you're going to start seeing NCAA at the end of each month do current stats into the ratings, have a heavier weight into the ratings. So guys that are having just unbelievable years, if you haven't jumped on them already, start looking at guys that are having great years, like a Jeff Samardzija, having a great year, pitches in a pitcher's ballpark, only got a +1 on this past upgrade, but is still pitching well. So and that 95 control slider is nothing to sneeze at.
Yeah, if you look, Marcell Ozuna got a bump to a 78 overall. He's got 89 contact versus lefties and 78 power versus lefties.
Ooh,
that's
bad. A big boy. Yeah, that's a big boy in center field too.
Only 57 speed, but
yeah, but you know what? His fielding, which isn't great, but the one thing you want to remember is fielding adds into your speed when you're in the field. Fielding actually, well, the reaction time gets you accelerated, but fielding a high fielding rating can actually make you faster. Can make a 70 speed look like an 80.
Right.
So.
And someone might mention later, spoilers, Danny Valencia went up to a 79 overall. He's got 96 contact versus lefties and 70 power versus lefties.
Valencia's always been a lefty-heavy guy, so I love that.
He's nice. He's real nice. Yeah, I think that's it for... Oh, what happened to Drew Storen? -4. Is that because he went from a closer to a reliever, or is that an actual drop?
No, that's an actual drop, I believe. Because, yeah, he's not having a great year.
He's on my fantasy team. I should probably pay more attention to that.
Yeah. One of the other guys, just real quick, is if Aldous Diaz continues to hit like he does, I mean, he could have silver in his future. His fielding's not going to help you, but his hitting definitely will.
Buck Farmer with a -6. I feel bad for him.
That was a move to the bullpen, maybe?
Bullpen move? Possibly.
I think that was starting pitcher to bullpen. I don't think he actually lost anything because he's still just a rookie coming up.
That drops him down to a 52.
Yeah.
That's rough. That is rough. All right. Let's hop back over here. Close the Daddy Leagues. Let's take a look at the Captain Store. That's what we're going to next. Starting off in the Josh Donaldson store. Rank 20 is now Freddie Freeman. You know what? We don't usually say to buy stuff out of this Captain Store. Freddie Freeman for 500 tickets might be a nice pickup.
Freddie Freeman with the inside edge boosts that he gets constantly.
Always on a boost.
Yeah, it's not even. I will say that Freeman at Whoa, wait a second. So you said it was Freddie Freeman as the silver, still, but 500 tickets. The question is, again, when are they going to drop another diamond into the store? And is that 500 tickets going to hurt you at that time?
But are you not going to get the 22 or the 25,000 tickets or 20? What is it? 2,200, 2,500 a diamond was last time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm guessing you could grind for it if you put a team together of, like, the Altuve store is easy to grind tickets from. So I'm guessing you could do it. Mm-hmm. Maybe.
Another guy that's always on the IE boost is Michael Brantley. He's the level 30 guy. What's his contact? Is it like 99? It's 92 and 84 against righties and lefties, respectively. 93 vision, 99 clutch. Love Michael Brantley. He's
Foley. Matt Foley in the chat says 2350 was the tickets for the last diamond.
So I mean, if you're at 500, you're not getting 2350 anytime soon. So maybe you go for Freddie Freeman if you don't have the subs.
Good point. Yep.
Yeah. So with these with the IE boosts that Michael Brantley always has, 99 contact versus righties, 95 contact versus lefties. He is my Starling Marte of this year so far. I just put him in. I play him all the time. Doesn't really matter. He's great. In the DeGrom, go ahead.
I can't complain. I can't argue with that at all. Brantley is amazing. I mean, 93 vision for me and the 99 clutch makes all of his ratings better. Forget his IE boost, just his base ratings. When you put those two numbers onto him, it's just amazing. So,
in the DeGrom store, rank 20 is Doug Fister. What do we call him? Poor man's Corey Kluber?
That would be him.
That's what we said. If you didn't, I, again, highly recommend you go to youtube.com/ThatSportsGamer. Check out the earlier episode of Bullpen Banter where we talked about budget starting pitching. 500 subs, definitely not worth it because I think he's only going for 500 tickets. I think he's only going for a couple of hundred stubs. Worth picking up just stub-wise. Andrew Miller, another one I would definitely not spend the tickets on. He's going for 1,950 tickets. I think he's going for what, like 10,000 stubs right now?
Yeah, something like that. Not enough to warrant spending 1,900 tickets on.
Yeah, definitely not. Going over to Altuve, rank 20 is Billy Hamilton for 325 tickets. I mean, it's B-Ham. 99 bunt, 99 drag bunt, 98 reaction, 99 speed, 99 stealing, 99 base running aggressive.
That's one of those guys that you can put your defense into third base cover drag, and it's still not going to stop him. You actually have to bring your defense into a full bunt defense to stop him bunting. Mm-hmm. Yeah, real quick in the chat room, though, Tat with Dickerson, he says, was looking at Brantley, but between Dickerson, Span, and Piscotty, and a couple others, he's always seeing some IE boosts to the outfielders. I will say that I like Span a lot, but that Brantley blows that Span out of the water, specifically because of the vision and clutch.
And I think Brantley is now there's a couple other guys in the Indians one I guess you got to get. But good thing, Brantley's hurt in real life, so he's not going to go down in overall. So he's not going to get hurt at any, or not, his ratings aren't going to get hurt at any point until I think he comes back late in the season, maybe by the All-Star break.
Right.
Then it might be a time to monitor. Rank 30 in the Altuve store is Jerry's Familia. Nice sinker on Familia. 99 velocity, 95 break. He's good.
I'm definitely a fan of the velocity too.
Mm-hmm. He's good. I don't use him in my closer. I usually use him in like a setup role because I have that 88 Gossage.
And if we were talking about the Miller would close before him. Although, yeah, that velocity and break combination is ungodly. His BB over 9's a little low for a guy you're going to be bringing in to try to finish off, like you said. Not a bad setup guy, especially if you've got a lefty to match with him. So
right. Moving on to the Rizzo store, Pedro Stroop is the rank 20 reward. I mean, he's good. I wouldn't say he's great. I definitely wouldn't waste the subs on him. I'm sure he's much cheaper on the market. Carlos Martinez, the rank 30 reward. 700 tickets for an 85 gold starting pitcher. I like Carlos Martinez. I don't like that it doesn't have a fifth pitch. He's just got fastball slider, 4-seam fastball slider, 2-seam fastball circle change. Circle change is nasty though. 91 velocity, 92 break, 91 stamina. So
yeah, the C-Mart's one of the pitchers before the season started that was tagged for, he starts silver. He was tagged to go high gold, and he's already at a gold.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe an investment, but again, maybe one of those guys. What are you going to use the tickets for when you can just probably buy them for stubs for the most part?
Yeah. I mean, if you have a ton of tickets, I would say go for some of these guys.
Right.
But for the most part, if you're watching this for the budget infielders, you're probably not going to be having a ton of tickets to be spending on these guys. Yeah, you'll probably be better off getting a lower rated guy and saving your tickets for hopefully you get one of these diamonds at not a crazy price. But yeah, Carlos Martinez started the season strong. I think his last 6 starts were kind of weak. I believe he pitched pretty good today from what I remember seeing on MLB Network. Eric Hosmer is the one I'm actually working on right now. Rank 20 is Jason Grilli. You can pass on that one. Rank 30 is Hunter Pence, who I want his flashback card. His regular card is not bad. 73 contact versus righty, 77 versus lefties. But I think he's another guy that gets IE boosts all the time. 88 clutch, 99 durability, 80 speed, and 85 reaction. So he's going to be pretty quick out there in the outfield for you.
Yeah, and especially the arm that he has. Amazing arm strength. Arm accuracy leaves a little bit to, but I mean, again, if you're using button accuracy, you don't really have to worry about that. So I do think Hunter Pence is definitely a guy that you want on your team if you are not quite 1750, maybe like in the 16 range. So I definitely think that's a guy you pull or can get him on the cheaper side. Guy you might want in your right field.
Yeah, 1,100 subs. I mean, if he really was a 94, then yes, but still at an 88, and the possibility of IE boost going down, probably not worth it.
Right.
To the David Ortiz store, Lance McCullers is the rank 20 guy for, 500 tickets. Not bad. Good across the board. Nothing super stands out about him.
Right.
Only 83 stamina. Rank 30 is Chris Archer. Slider, 4-seam, 2-seam, changeup, 88 velocity, 98 break. Chris Archer is good. I don't like his windup. I don't really pitch well with him. That's a personal thing.
I love Archer is in my rotation. Mm-hmm. I just love his pitch mix. I think his slider matches well against what his fastball looks like with the arm angle. Mm-hmm. But I do agree that there's something about his rotation, about his windup that just doesn't sync.
He's another one of those guys where his windup is essentially the stretch, but with like an extra move.
Right.
Like a David Price.
Yep. Price, Galsman, Tillman, those kind of guys.
All right. So yeah, that's it for the Captain store.
While you were on the captains, I wanted to point out that Daddy Leagues recently this week, if you want to go ahead back to your give you all of the players you can use to earn points towards that captain's mission.
Earn tickets.
Or own tickets, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Also, points and runs. It's terrible.
And the nice thing about this is it'll also kind of give you a hint on who could become available in the captain store.
Correct. So, yeah, like if you want to do Jose Altuve's missions, anyone that's under 26 years old towards that captain's mission.
Earn tickets.
Or own tickets, yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
Also, points and runs. It's terrible.
And the nice thing about this is it'll also kind of give you a hint on who could become available in the captain store.
Correct. So, yeah, like if you want to do Jose Altuve's missions, anyone that's under 26 years old, it has like Strasburg, Escobar. I mean, kind of a ton of guys that you're going to be able to use to get tickets, so you don't have to keep searching through player cards in your inventory. What's going on, YouTuber? We're chat reviewers. We're just looking 18 things at once. Apologize for that.
Too many things to look at. Like I have to go look at this Google Doc we got. What else we got in here? Flashback Hunter Pence is filthy. I'm so mad. I was doing a battle royale for you French folks, and he was the reward, and I lost out before getting him.
Ooh, yeah, I've heard all good things about his flashback.
And I think his flashbacks is a center fielder, which made me even more mad. And then I went out and I bought Yoenis Cespedes. I played terrible with him, and his price has gone down. So it's been great. All right. Shall we move on?
We shall.
I forget what we're talking about. All right, there we go. Let's get a nice clean cut so that we can break this out for the YouTube folks. Tonight on Bullpen Banter episode 4, our main topic is budget infielders. So we've gone to the Twitters. We've asked what's budget to them. They say under 1,000 stubs. So we've gone through, picked our catcher, first base, second base, shortstop, third base options for guys under 1,000 stubs. First thing I want to say, right off the bat, did I buy that Ryan Braun? No, I did not. Right off the bat, because we're going to talk catcher first, my recommendation is you need to have 2 catchers on your team at all times, even if the second one is like a guy that I will mention later, like even if it's like a Victor Martinez or a Carlos Santana, a guy that has second base as catcher as at least a secondary position, just in case. You never know when you're like, oh, my catcher's up, but I don't really like hitting with him. Let me get this guy on the bench that can hit bombs. And then you know what? You don't have anybody else that can catch, so you really can't pinch hit for him. Or here's the real reason. There's no catcher that's really good against both left-handed or right-handed batters. Especially in the live series, even the Gold McCann, he's good against lefties and righties. But you can go get a lefty-specific and a righty-specific catcher for a lot cheaper than McCann is going to cost you. So right. I'm always going to recommend carrying 2 catchers. And since you got to do it anyway, I'm going to recommend platooning your catchers. Have guys for a lefty and against a righty. I forget who I was playing with. I played a game, and in the middle of the game, the guy's like, hey, I watched Bullpen Banter, love it. Then his next batter, I hit in the back. Just because sometimes you get a little wild with Cole Hamels. But I appreciate Augman07 for watching. He made a big mistake. I had Cole Hamels on the mound. He has a Jared Saltalamacchia, Yasmani Grandal platoon. He did not play Grandal to start that game. After the game, we were talking on Twitter, and he's like, yeah, I completely screwed up. Should have started Grandal, because Jared Saltalamacchia is terrible against left-handed pitching.
Yeah, I did see that, and I also saw that you lost control of a cutter to somebody's head, but we won't get into that.
Yeah,
but,
his leadoff hitter was Ichiro, and those cutter, it did this on the screen, and I got upset, and then it hit him in the back. Then I read the message, and I was like, oh, I'm a real jerk.
And I will absolutely agree that you should have 2 catchers, but the point that I won't agree with in most cases, and I love that Saltalamacchia, but if you can get a good defensive catcher that can hit, always have the backup catcher in case you need to pinch run for him.
Yep.
So I mean, like you get a guy.
Yeah, pretty much any catcher, I would say, when the game's on the line, you're probably gonna want a pinch runner in there for him.
Yeah, for the most part. Like I said, I'm using Yogi Berra right now, which again is considered budget because all you have to do is grind innings to get him. But he's a 58 speed, which is one of the higher speed catchers in the game. But my backup is like, again, Carlton Fisk, which is because of a collection. But same thing, you want to have a backup because I'm still going to have somebody on my bench that's higher than 58. That's probably on the 80, 90 range in terms of speed to get in there pinch running late.
He's a budget in stubs, but not a budget in time.
No, not a budget in time. Like I said, it's really not that much time if you play, but yeah, you definitely have to, it can be a time sink in terms of your mind sitting there playing the computer, and you don't want to grind against a human. So,
Tat101 in the chat says he runs a Salty Norris platoon.
I can't. That's amazing. Norris is great against lefties, so that's perfect.
Unless LaCroix and Cervelli are on boosts.
Well, LaCroix is on a permanent boost at this point because of his recent upgrade. So if you've got LaCroix, I put LaCroix in there, leave Salty on the bench, and then bring him in as a pinch hitter late.
So let's jump into our guys. Flashback Saltalamacchia, as we keep saying, a great card. Here on the marketplace, you see 6,200, 4,100. That's for the one you pull out of packs. You can do the 25-man Red Sox collection. I just looked earlier. I think it was under 1,000, or it was like right at 1,000 stubs. to get him. But as you can see, 80 contact versus righties, 88 power versus righties. Amazing. I mean, actually, his 85 blocking, 85 fielding, that's not bad.
No,
I think
it's not at all.
I feel like he doesn't play to that at all. Like, I am terrified to throw a low curveball to him. Because if I miss and it's a little too low, I feel like it's going to be a bad pitch.
I have a feeling, and I don't have anything backing this up yet because I haven't done any testing on it. I feel like reaction has something to do with it as well.
Mm-hmm.
And that might be why, that low 70 reaction.
Maybe.
So maybe that's what has to do with it. But again, nothing to back that up. That's just a theory right now.
Mm-hmm. But as you see, the problem here is 35 contact versus lefties, 39 power versus lefties. Not great. So
you have to have somebody in there.
You got to platoon them.
Lefties, yeah.
My choice for the platoon is a guy that's probably going to be hard to find because he's definitely not on page 1 of the search results. Wellington Castillo. Right now he's on a negative IE boost, so that's not that great. 75 is the sell now, 120 is the buy now. But if you look, he's got 78 contact versus righties. 78 contact versus lefties, 79 contact versus power versus lefties. That's kind of beastly. And with IE boosts, he's in the 80s almost all the time. I think he's a great pickup. Decent, again, not great at the actual catching part of the job, but he's going to be able to hit for you out of the catcher's position.
Yeah, and for me, again, 79 arm strength doesn't hurt. I think the lowest you can go with a catcher at this point, unless you are otherworldly at controlling the run game with a pitcher, and ready to waste your time doing that, I think the lowest you can go arm strength is 75. So he's definitely above that.
But only 56 reaction, 69 blocking.
Yeah, the 69 blocking is not good, especially if you've got if you've got a 12-6 curveball or, like you said, anything to throw low in them. So I do like the combination, though, especially like you said, you can go in terms of hitting. So there is no, I don't think there's a better catcher hitting right-handed hitters than or right-handed pitchers than Saltalamacchia. So
yeah, he's just such a beast. Like, sometimes I'll be playing, and sometimes I'll be on the stream, and I'll be like, "Well, Saltalamacchia's up. Guess I'm gonna hit a home run." Because against righties, he's like home run all the time, and he's got the shift. He's got the pull shift by default if they're using auto defense.
Right.
So you can slap balls on the third base line with him as well. I just like the nice little combo. Wellington Castillo is not terrible against right-handed pitchers. 57 contact and 56 power. So if you get into a situation where you're facing a lefty to start, even if you come in, even if later they bring in a righty, he's going to be sustainable there at catcher, even though you're probably going to want to bring in Saltalamacchia at some point. My big problem is I keep bringing in Saltalamacchia to pitch hit for not catchers. And then sometimes I end up just doing like double switches and stuff to keep him in the game as the catcher.
Right. Well, let me get you into a single catcher.
All right.
One that can do both.
So you're saying he's not married, doesn't have a girlfriend.
He's not married.
No.
It might be divorced. I don't know. Yeah.
Friends with benefits that I should know about.
He's a wingman. He is your wingman. Yeah, the Gary Carter's beastly. By the way, Snuff. I agree with that. But Salvador Perez of your Kansas City Royals,
not doing so hot right now with his IE boost.
No, his IE boost is low right now, but in general, he can hit contact for both righties and lefties, has some pop, fielding is an 89, arm strength is an 83, his blocking is a 70, which is not bad, but the vision and the clutch, I talk about it all the time, especially Battle Royale or getting late in the game. The 83 vision, you can just keep fouling balls off until your heart's content, and they get so annoyed that you've been fouling balls off, they just say, screw it, fastball down the middle, bomb. And that clutch rating is huge. An 86 clutch, anything over 80 clutch, and you're looking at significant increases late in the game and with runners in scoring position. And the chances are this Perez is probably going to be below 6 in your lineup. Better chance of having guys on base for that.
Also, from the chat, we have some recommendations. Flashback Grandal. I also love him. I believe he's the 25 man for the Padres.
Yes.
I think he's good versus lefties and righties, but particularly good against lefties, which is weird because for switch hitters, usually they're better against righties because they face them more.
Right.
but he's better against lefties. Interesting.
Yeah, he's one of those. And make sure it's the flashback Grandal. The live series Grandal is not great against lefties. So
Yeah. Another recommendation is John Jaso, first baseman by trade, catcher by secondary position. He's got 75 contact versus righties, 63 contact versus lefties. I feel like he plays better than that, and he usually has IE boosts.
Right.
And he's going for less than 50 stubs. You can probably get him for 12 stubs right now if you really try.
And I always love the guys that have multiple positions, little flexibility on your bench. You only have 5 bench guys. If you can have a bench guy that can play in the field and emergency catcher, that's even better.
Devin Mesoraco, also 77 contact versus lefties, 62 power versus lefties, 70 power versus righties. Not another bad option. Evan Gaddis has huge power. He's going to be a liability in the field for you, but he could also play outfield if you really needed him to.
Right.
Here's his flashback Randall, as I was saying. 69 contact versus righties, 78 contact versus lefties, 81 power versus lefties.
Yeah, that's that. I mean, if you put Grandal and Saltalamacchia behind your plate, again, both for under 1,000 stubs apiece, I mean, you've got your catcher set for Team No Money for a while.
I just want to double check.
Although, watch out for that Grandal. I'm pretty sure his fielding is not great. So,
69 fielding, 72 arm strength, 59 accuracy, 62 reaction, 72 blocking. Not
yeah,
terrible,
like I said,
but
you can get past that by controlling the run game with pitcher cadence and throwing over and stuff. But again, you definitely want to keep an eye on that, especially with guys nowadays that a lot of the budget teams will have really speedy guys like Jared Dyson or something like that.
Next up, we're going to move over to first base position. Let me get my filter on to that. We're going all live series with this one, right? Search.
Yes, all live series.
I figure if I leave the default search on, that it's going to be a lot of guys. But so, look, you can go out here and you can spend 3,000 stubs on Jose Abreu, which I highly recommend doing, because
until he tries to hit a ground ball to him.
But Jose Abreu is a monster.
Yeah, I agree.
My recommendations at first base: Freddie Freeman, as we talked about before, always on an IE boost.
Yep.
90 contact versus righties, 89 discipline, 99 clutch. Pretty good first baseman defensively. But look at these IE boosts. He's got 90 right now. He's got 99 contact versus righties, 79 contact versus lefties, 80 power versus righties, decent power versus lefties.
99 clutch.
Who's my other guy? Where is he? Victor Martinez. Look at this. 78 contact versus righties, 94 contact versus lefties. Power around 60 for both of them. Also another guy, usually on IE boosts. My favorite part about Victor Martinez, he also has catcher as a secondary position. So if you wanted to use Victor Martinez as your catcher, you could. His fielding's not really going to help you out a lot if you do that. He doesn't have much of an arm, doesn't have great fielding. But if you're just looking for a masher, Victor Martinez is the play there.
Agreed. And like I said, one of the things you want to watch out for is first base might be one of those places that you can hide in terms of defense. But still, the line drives down the lines on both sides. People like to try to hide people at third base too. When you see that Olay motion, just don't get mad because you just put your hands up and go, that's what I paid for.
Yep.
The two guys that I'm looking at were Brandon Belt. Shout out to Tat in the chat room. He called one of my guys. Brandon Belt is good fielding, good hitting. You're going to be able to get your money's worth out of him and decent IE boost. And he just got an upgrade not too long ago. So that's going to continue to go up. So you want to buy low on him now. I think you get him for like 300 stubs.
Yeah, somewhere between 300 400 should get you him. No problem.
Right. So I think mid-70s fielding, his contact versus righties is high. Everything else is kind of average in terms of contact and power, or a little above average. But again, I think it's like a 75, 74 clutch. This is one of the only guys you'll see me say under like a 60 vision, because I'm a huge on high vision and being able to consistently knock balls around, foul them off until you get a good pitch. The other one you want to take a look at is none other than Joe Mauer. No longer has.
Not even on the first page.
No, he
Second
is
page
not.
guy right here.
He is a 79 overall. Currently right now with an 84 inside edge boost. But look at his content. So yeah, I would definitely state that Joe Mauer, if you're looking for budget, non-flashback, because there are a couple of really good flashback first basemen. Joe Mauer is someone you want to keep an eye on.
Going over some of the fan favorites at Wolverines Mutt _ on Twitter.
Where you're not going to get your power out of your corner infielder. You're going to have to get you have to get that elsewhere. And 45 speed doesn't kill you. So yeah, I would definitely state that Joe Mauer, if you're looking for budget, non-flashback, because there are a couple of really good flashback first basemen. Joe Mauer is someone you want to keep an eye on.
Going over some of the fan favorites at Wolverines Mutt _ on Twitter. Also agrees with the Freddie Freeman pick. Beast 2 Clutch. Also agrees with your Brandon Belt pick. From the chat, we have a Derek Barton recommendation. I'm not even going to look that up because I remember, and I think it was like MLB 09, maybe 11. Whatever year was his rookie year, Derek Barton won the Rookie of the Year every single time. He did not turn out to be that great. Who else we want to look at? Justin Bohr, real quick, we can take a look at. Look at that. 71 contact versus righties, 81 power versus righties. 80 clutch. You love your 80 clutch.
Yep.
Will Myers, also pretty good overall. 70 contact versus righties, 76 versus lefties. 60s in the 60s for power versus both of them. 73 discipline, 78 clutch. Decent in the field. He also gives you first base and all the outfield positions, which is nice. Carlos Santana. I mean,
every time you say it, I want to sing it in my head.
I mean, he's living the life just like a movie star.
Right.
99 discipline, 94 durability. Usually always on an IE boost. His contact versus righties is a little low at a 54. But contact versus lefties is 74 plus 14 right now with an IE boost. 68 power versus righties with an IE boost. Also has a catcher and third base as his backup things.
Can you do me one favor while you're in that screen? Can you just jump on Mark Canha real quick?
Mark Canha, yes, I can.
Athletics. Just curious because I seem to remember him having some really really good numbers, and I could be absolutely wrong right now.
I mean, you're not too wrong. 69 contact versus righties, 67 power versus righties.
Yeah, just
not
one
bad.
of those guys. Yeah, if you're looking really really budget in terms of. You can hit righties well with him. He's got a couple of different spots he can play. So,
Greg Bird also not looking too bad. 61 contact versus righties, 81 power versus righties. If you're looking to do a little platoon action, also hurt, so he's not going to hurt you too much. Prince Fielder also not a bad choice.
Matt Adams, good against righties.
Caveman swinging a stick. Where's Matt Adams?
Yep.
He's going to be on the first page, right? No.
He is a bronze. He is a 73 overall, sir.
Somebody said Will Myers, right? We showed Will Myers, yeah.
Yeah, Will Myers. The Will Myers we definitely showed. That was props to Bang Bang 691.
Who are you saying?
What's going on, Steel Time?
Matt Adams?
Matt Adams of your St. Louis Cardinals would be on the top 73 overall.
Top of the next page. 83 contact versus righties. Plus 16 IE boost right now.
Big boy IE boost.
Beast. Love him. I did a little bit of a... Was it last year that I did? Did I do Cardinals? Oh, no, I was playing with Cardinals in a press row league last year. Matt Adams was kind of a beast. I think I hit a bunch of home runs with him. Next up, second base position. We should probably also hurry this up so we can get to the game of the week.
Yes.
Tonight I will be trying to make it to the coveted 1,700 overall rating in Dynasty.
Dun.
Look, you can go out here and spend 52 grand on Jose Altuve and be very, very happy. But I think you can come down here, spend 300 stubs, get a Joey Panic, and be super excited about your life. Thoughts? 85 contact versus righties, 94 power versus... you know, they should put the contact and the power for the same thing next to each other. Just saying. Contact versus righties is an 85. Contact versus lefties is a 94. 90 vision, 81 clutch. Not going to hurt you on the infield too much because the second base doesn't really need the arm strength. 65 speed. Joey Panic's a play. Not going to lie.
Joey Panic is one of the first guys that I pulled in Diamond Dynasty and played second base for me all the way up until I got the Aaron Hill in the Toronto Blue Jays collection. So
I think he's another guy that could be a real good number 2 hitter for you.
absolutely.
Also a number 8, maybe a 9 if you want to bat the pitcher 8th. Second leadoff guy for you. Other guy going more on the power side, Steve Pearce.
A recent move over to second base.
Yep. He's always getting IE boosts from what I've noticed. Low 60s contact, mid 70s power, but he's always going to get that IE boost, putting him into the 80s, low 90s. What is it? 88 power versus versus righties right now, 87 versus righties. I like him. A nice little piece. He's going to hit home run against you when we play our budget teams against each other.
I love Steve Pearce, ex-Oriole. That's where he made his money. So
he still got his jersey on the card. So.
Yep. My second base picks are. I saw your panic. I wanted to stay away from him. Right now, Brock Holt, we talked about him earlier, just moved to second base. Some high contact numbers. Someone you can plug in there, and again, has a lot of flexibility for the double switches that you were so fond of. Mm-hmm. Again, high contact numbers, not going to hurt you in the field, and 75 clutch, 66 vision. Not terrible in terms of vision. But again, somebody you could probably pop towards the bottom of your lineup. Mm-hmm. The other one, and I don't know how I slept on this guy for so long, is DJ LeMahieu.
People are learning about him.
Colorado Rockies.
People are learning about him. He's going for 365, 520 right now.
Yeah, so I mean, he'll come back down at some point, I believe. But it's 77 contact versus righties, 82 contact versus lefties, 72 plate vision, 77 clutch, 88 fielding. Again, you want a guy that's not going to hurt you. Not great at turning the double play, a little low on the arm strength, but 78 speed as well. One of those sneaky guys with above 50 stealing rating that can take a base from for you once in a while.
Yeah. And I also want to point out that we agree on most of all these players. We just pretty much did 2 each, just so we both had 2 guys to talk about. But like as you said, Joe Panic. Joe Panic might be the best one out of all 4 of these guys. But the reason he's not on both of our lists is just because we didn't want to have the same guys on both lists.
Yep.
Moving over to third base. Should we go to third base or should we go to shortstop? Do we go by the numbers or what do you want to do?
Let's go by the numbers. Let's do the third base next.
All right. For third base, I'm going with Nick Castellanos of your Detroit Tigers.
Having an amazing season right now.
In the 70s for contact, 64 power versus righties, 75 power versus lefties. Plus 11 on all that right now with an IE boost. Love it. Only 55 vision is not great, but still doable. 80 clutch, 94 durability. Not going to let you down on defense too much. 69 fielding isn't great, but 77 arm strength is going to get the job done from third base. Kind of slow. That's another downside of him, but good player. Can play those corner outfield positions for you. And with the IE boost, he has enough power to play the corner outfield positions if you want to put him out there.
Yep.
And then I also want to bring up Gritty,
and he's going to continue going up. By the way, he's going to continue going up because
he's going to be he's this year's JD Martinez.
Yes, absolutely.
So he'll play well for them. Then we're going to go with Danny Valencia, who we had mentioned earlier, got a overall upgrade. He's got 74 contact versus righties, 96 contact versus lefties, 70 power versus lefties is also nice. 71 clutch, decent fielding stats again. Not as good as Castellanos, but still serviceable.
And for my 2, I went with Yunel Escobar of the Angels, having a decent year himself, but also 70s in the contacts, 85 plate vision, 73 clutch, fielding 82, arm strength 75, so it's not going to hurt you with third base. Can also play second base and shortstop. Under 200 stubs right now. You know, that's the kind of guy that, like I said, Team No Money's looking for. The other one you can go for is Martin Prado. I love Prado because of his ability to play so many different places. I'm not huge on his 55 fielding, but love his 86 arm strength. Lets him play a lot of corner outfielders, or even at second base, lets you turn a double play. But what I really love is that 70 contact versus righties and 95 contact versus lefties. Add into that, he's got an 88 plate vision, 76 clutch. He's not going to strike out.
Yep.
If you strike out with him, you have no one to blame but yourself.
Yeah, you're doing something wrong.
Yeah. From the chat real quick, Snuff says Justin Turner and Gong would be there's 2 picks, and then Travis Shaw from Bang Bang 691. All 3 great picks. Shaw, I'd worry about his defense, but he can play first as well. I do like Turner a lot.
Yeah, a lot
and Gong's going up.
Yeah, a lot of people like Turner and Gong. He's here. No. Oh, what's
another one you can take a look at. Not a fan myself, but Joey Gallo, for his third baseman for the Rangers, 78-71 power numbers. So, guy you can definitely keep your eye on.
Where is Chris Johnson?
Chris Johnson. Not a fan myself, but Joey Gallo, for his third baseman for the Rangers, 78-71 power numbers. So, guy you can definitely keep your eye on.
Where is Chris Johnson?
Chris Johnson
right
is
here.
not listed as a third baseman anymore, is he?
He is not. He's first baseman now. But hey, 99 contact versus lefties, 87 clutch.
Yep.
Might be worth a shot for 12 stubs, which is like drop value. Might as well go for it.
Yeah, he's absolutely in the fact that he can play both corner infield positions, but that contact versus lefties and 87 clutch, definitely somebody you put on your bench.
Someone else also mentioned A-Rod. Not a bad pick. 86 power versus righties, 74 versus lefties, 98 discipline, 92 durability. 48 vision is not great, but you're still going to be hitting bombs with him.
Yeah, a lot of people sleep on A-Rod. I think it's just a mindset at this point on the Yankees. But he absolutely can hit, and his arm strength and arm accuracy, they play well. And his, like I said, I'd like to see the vision a little higher, but the power numbers are there.
A little shout out to Kyle Seager at third base. Mid 60s for everything, but he's usually getting a plus 10 boost with the IE boost. 72 vision is also nice. He's a good.
The other one you can think of is Mikael Franco for the Philadelphia Phillies.
True.
Mikael Franco, another beastly hitter.
I feel like he should be faster.
I agree with that.
49 speed seems a little low.
Yeah, I agree.
You said, Escobar. All these guys. A lot of good guys at third base that you can get for cheap. Chris Bryant, expensive, beast.
Yep.
Let's move over to shortstop. Are we looking at all live guys? We are looking at all live guys. First off, I'm going to mention Jose Iglesias. Very good defensive player. Very good contact. I hit absolutely terribly with him. I put him in for a little bit while I was doing the grind for the Tigers. And, I don't like Jose Iglesias. But he's got good attributes. If you can hit with him, more power to you. Made some amazing plays. I don't know if I put him on Twitter. He made a bunch of those diving up the middle, rolling over and throwing the guys out plays.
Yeah, and that is what you have Jose Iglesias for. Contact at the bottom of your lineup, can play third base, and just unbelievable defensive plays.
Let's talk about Trevor Story here real quick.
All right, let's talk about Trevor Story. I want to have this conversation with you.
Normally, let me see these prices. Corey Seager, I'm going to say, is out of budget because he's 15 to 2,000 right now.
And can't play defense, so.
Right. I agree. Corey Seager, 55 contact versus righties, 62 contact versus lefties, 80 power versus righties, 83 power versus lefties, IE boosts galore. Here's my problem. 18 vision. Can I really justify putting a guy with 18 vision on this team?
Not in the top 6 of your lineup. You can't.
Yeah.
And that's the big problem with Trevor Story right now, is monster power numbers, average defense at best, and if you don't hit the PCI perfectly, you're not. It's gonna be nothing. You're gonna strike out constantly.
I feel like he's a good guy to play at second instead of short. He's got it as a secondary position.
Yeah, you could play second, take the 5% hit on the fielding, kind of hidden more at second base. I don't think you get as exposed defensively.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of have like a Dan Ugla.
Yeah, he could be a Dan Ugla. A lot of people love that Dan Ugla flashback card too.
Yeah, because it gives you, again, power at a position that doesn't normally get it.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. I feel like I might start trying Trevor Story out.
You can. for Trevor Story is what I like to call an advanced league player.
True.
If you are good enough with zone hitting that you consistently get your PCI on every pitch, more power to you. That's your thing. Yep, you have to, and I'm not talking about because the vision rating controls the contact you make outside of the PCI. It has nothing to do with the size of the PCI.
What does the size of the PCI?
The size of the PCI is done by
contact rating?
Contact rating, yeah. Contact versus the handedness of the pitcher. That controls the size of the PCI directly against the hits over 9 of the pitcher. So those are the 2 ratings that control the PCI. Your vision controls the contact you make outside of the PCI, and it goes directly against a pitcher's K over 9. So the higher a pitcher's K over 9, the more important your vision rating is. Those are the 2 ratings that go head-to-head in that dice roll. So Trevor Story against a high K over 9 guy is just a strikeout waiting to happen. The 2 guys that I picked, Alcides Escobar of the Kansas City Royals, 60 contact versus righties, 73 versus lefties, 85 plate vision, 73 clutch, 88 fielding, 84 arm strength, 82 reaction. One of those guys that is going to do the same thing your Iglesias does, but shortstop is by far one of the most important defensive positions on the field in the show. You get 92 fielding, 95 arm strength, so your outfielders don't have to have the huge arms. You can just hit your cutoff man.
I can play Kenny Lofton.
Yeah, you can play exactly. You can play Kenny Lofton, and more than likely, if a guy goes for a double on you, important defensive positions on the field in the show. You get 92 fielding, 95 arm strength, so your outfielders don't have to have the huge arms. You can just hit your cutoff man.
I can play Kenny Lofton.
Yeah, you can play exactly. You can play Kenny Lofton, and more than likely, if a guy goes for a double on you, he's not getting a triple if you have Simmons on the cutoff. Right. But again, a 94 plate vision. It's one of those guys that can foul pitches off, which is important because if you're playing on a budget squad, you're more than likely playing against a budget squad, and all you need is a pitcher that throws a mistake, and a contact swing can make a mistake even worse. Yep. I do like Jonathan VR, Jerry in the chat. Good speed. Yeah, great speed, yep.
Some would say plus speed. You can play short, third, and center field. Someone mentioned not a shortstop by default, but Odubel Herrera. A lot of people talking about him.
Yes.
90 contact versus righties, 78 contact versus lefties, 82 speed is nice, 77 discipline, 78 clutch. Decent fielding. He's listed as a center fielder, but can also play second and short, and also the corner outfield spots.
Yep, Odubel Herrera should be on every budget squad. Yep. If he's not starting for you, he should be your utility player because of the contact ratings when he comes in.
Yeah, especially if you have a budget squad, I'd highly recommend picking up a guy like Herrera or Brock Holt, a Swiss Army knife that you can have on your bench.
Yes, absolutely.
I think that's going to wrap it up.
Zobrist before he went gold. Sorry.
Who else? A lot of people on Twitter were saying the Odubel Herrera. A lot of Trevor Story, A-Rod, Brandon Belts, Joe Panic, Brooks Forsyth.
Logan Forsyth.
Logan Forsyth. Who's Brooks Forsyth? Is that another sport?
Catcher. It was a catcher for the Rays and the Orioles.
Huh. Hey, worth it. Worth a guess.
Yep.
Bang Bang in the chat says Everett Cabrera.
Yeah, he's got
a lot of speed, right?
Yeah.
Where is he at? Yeah, tons of speed.
Not on a team right now. He's on the AL free agent squad.
Yeah, 70 contact versus lefties. 86 reaction is also nice.
Yep.
92 speed, 93 steal, 90 base running aggressiveness. Well worth a pickup. So that's it. Budget infielders. If you need budget starting pitchers, again, youtube.com/ThatSportsGamer. There's a playlist with all the Bullpen Banter episodes that we discussed budget starting pitchers in an episode that I can't think of off the top of my head. But what I'm going to do is right now, I'm going to go over there. I'm going to take a look. I'm going to click on this playlist button on youtube.com/ThatSportsGamer. Let's see Bullpen Banter with ThatSportsGamer and Millennium. And then episode number 2, Budget Starting Pitching. Oh, easy. Easy peasy. All right, so that's going to wrap it up for the main part of the show. So if you don't want to watch the game of the week, thank you for watching. I appreciate it very much. I recommend you go to Twitter. Follow me on Twitter at ThatSportsGamer. Follow Millennium
over at twitch.tv/Operation Sports and on Twitter at MillenniumOS, 2 L's, 2 N's.
Great job there with the catching what I'm throwing. If you're a fan of Bullpen Banter, please hit the follow button down there on twitch.tv/ThatSportsGamer. We'd appreciate that. Make sure you sub the channel on YouTube. We also break up the episode into little bits. Usually we just cut out the main topic and the game of the week, so you can watch that stuff over there. Tonight's game of the week, I'm currently at a 1689 rating. We're trying to get to 1700. Is that a new division if I get to 1700? Or is that 1750?
I believe 1700 is a new division. I think that's right.
Oh, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Let me go check out my team, see what's going on. Did I get this guy?
Did you get the HARDY?
I did not get Braun. No. Oh. I didn't get Braun. Let's see. Auto-generate lineups has me going with Burt Blyleven, who's not going to be in my rotation.
Nope.
I've been feeding my my Dynasty player. Getting there.
Yeah, I'm still, again, for me, it has nothing to do with how good he's going to be. I agree that it's going to be a good player. I have no interest in playing with that guy. I love playing with the inside edge guys and everything.
I'm going to use him when he's good. I have no interest in wasting cards to make him good. With all the embody stuff, I'm going to wait. Like when I do the embodies, yes, they're going to go into him because that's how you do the set. Then when he's good enough to be playing on the team, he'll be playing on the team. But I'm not going to go right now and just blow a bunch of cards to feed him. When I can have those cards for the embody mission later.
I think that's
because my goal is to do all the embody missions at some point. Try to get all those guys. So that's going to be a ton of guys.
Why would you waste it? Why would you waste those guys?
Yep. Agree 100%. We're putting Jack Morris in as my ace because I would like to use Jack Morris. DeGrom, you're in there. Don't get crazy. Do I want to leave Gaylord Perry out?
Not a fan of the Perry. I liked the Perry early on. I'm just not a fan now.
Kluber's in there. He's got a 92 IE boost right now. Does I go Kluber or Aaron Nola? Let's go Kluber.
I do like the Kluber. I'm one of those guys that I love sinkers. I love two-seamers.
Ugh, my bullpen.
That's my thing. I love that stuff.
My bullpen's all on downs except for Greg Holland. If you need a good pickup, go get yourself Greg Holland out of the free agent pool.
Yep.
Because he's not really getting any. He's not going to get boosts or anything. So he is a nice card to have.
That Tony Watson is a sick lefty.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I haven't pitched well with him. I don't want to see what's up with Sean Doolittle.
I have the Doolittle. It's a pretty good card. It's no Zach Britton, but it's got its moments.
Nah, we'll just leave this as it is. I'm not going to bring out Chris Sale with me. I've been continuing to crush Chris Sale when other people bring him in.
For you, now, if you start to crush a pitcher, does that make you start worrying about running him out yourself?
Yeah, because I see so many people using him that I figure there are other people that have figured it out as well. But maybe I'm wrong.
No, I don't think you're wrong. I don't think you're wrong at all.
Yeah. Let's see. Catcher. It has LaCroix. It's got LaCroix and Evan Gaddis in there for me right now. I'm not going to do that. I'm just not going to do that right now. I might. You know what? I'm going to leave Gaddis in, and I'm going to leave Saltalamacchia. I'm going to have Saltalamacchia start, and Gaddis is going to come off the bench. I just can't hit with LaCroix. I don't know what it is. Just can't do it. Gaddis is going to come off the bench as my power righty if I need, which I think is nice. I think I got a hit with Will Clark recently.
You got a hit with the Will Clark?
Yeah.
Will Clark? Is that what you're talking about?
The thrill. Ugh, Odubel Herrera is my starting shortstop. That ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, that's probably not going to work for you.
First base. It has Jim Edmonds at first base. That's not gonna be a thing.
Jim Edmonds can play first base, but he was probably better for you in center field.
No.
Although that's
also
Cespedes
not good for me in
nice.
center field. I'm gonna go with Jose Abreu and Adrian Gonzalez. Adrian Gonzalez off the bench is amazing for me. When I start him, not that great. Weird, I know. Second base, it's got Ian Kinsler. Or no, I'm sorry, it's got Matt Carpenter. I don't know if I can hit good with Carpenter.
Dude, Carpenter is one of those
I'm gonna keep him on the
guys.
team, but I don't think I can hit well with him.
Yeah.
Kinsler. Do I want a Kipnis or a Ben Zobrist on the bench?
I like the Zobrist. You could probably move Herrera to the bench.
I could also move Herrera off the team and bring up a D. Gordon or a Zobrist.
Yeah, I would probably bring either Zobrist or Kipnis or Gordon. That Kinsler is.
I'm gonna start Kinsler. Kinsler's gonna start at second.
Okay, yeah. So I would use the Zobrist simply because of his ability to play so many positions.
I'm gonna do with the D. Gordon just for his speed.
Speed, yep.
Carpenter, I'm gonna keep on the bench to play second and third. Third base. Who do they have me having? Sano.
So you're gonna have Carpenter on the bench over Zobrist.
Yes.
That is a bold move, Cotton.
I like. Well, here's the thing. Ben Zobrist he's better against righties, right? I don't know.
Yes.
I'm just doing things. I feel like I haven't hit well with Zobrist. It's, one of those feel things. Do I go with Sano or do I go with Chris Bryant?
Chris Bryant. Chris Bryant at third.
I love him, so I have no problem doing that. Shortstop, I got Correa. May I put Bogarts on the bench?
Dude, Bogarts is very, very good.
This has my outfield as Kane, Cespedes, and JD Martinez. Obviously, JD Martinez is in there.
I can't have any problem with that.
Kane. Am I that good with Kane? Questionable.
As a leadoff hitter, I can't believe you can't hit with Ernie Banks. That hurts me in ways you don't know.
Hey man, what you gonna do? I think we're gonna leave Correa at short, and not bring a second shortstop because D. Gordon can play it. Brantley on the bench, I don't love, but he'll probably start.
You could probably put Bogarts in place of Carpenter on the bench too. But again, I think Carpenter might be the better play in terms of just overall hitting.
Yeah. Bogarts is going to give me better if I face a righty. A righty? No, lefty. Yeah, face a lefty. Bogarts is the better play. Is it the better play both ways? No, because of the IE boost.
Yeah.
Brantley on the bench. Carl Crawford, not on the team. Cespedes and Kane are in my outfield. JD Martinez is in the outfield. I love that George Springer. All right, let's just go with this. A lot of righties in the lineup, which is not something I'm a huge fan of, but a lot of lefties on the bench, so we might mix it up. D. Gordon might end up starting at second base. We'll see. You never know. Right, because
you get a righty, you need somebody to start, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Can we get to 1,700? What do you think?
I'm thinking that you win this first game by more than 2 runs.
More than 2 runs?
I think you're on right now. I think you're set and ready to go.
Are we going to the porch or are we going to Capitol Field?
A lot of room. Well, that's a bandbox, actually, in terms of, except for center field. You don't want Cespedes out there. You want to more expansive.
You know what I could do? I could swap Kane and Cespedes.
You could do that. I would then.
Should I play in Fenway like everybody does?
No, don't play in Fenway.
Make the call.
In terms of, except for center field, you don't want Cespedes out there. You want to.
You know what
more
I could
expansive.
Do? You know what I could do? I could swap Kane and Cespedes.
You could do that. I would then.
Should I play in Fenway like everybody does?
No, don't play in Fenway.
Make the call. It's all
I would
on
say
you.
Cincinnati. Cincinnati should play Cincinnati Great American Ballpark.
Cincinnati. Nighttime. Little clouds in August.
Have I told you my new move when I'm doing now when I'm playing Diamond Dynasty?
Is it called taking off the cam so people can't see your angry faces? That's what I'm doing.
Yeah. I am now putting in, or when I pick the stadium and the time, I pick 1 o'clock or 4 o'clock because I don't have problems hitting the
In the
sun.
shadows?
Yep, the shadows don't bother me when I'm playing. So, yeah, love screwing with people that way.
Well, I hate you more than anything. So, yeah, let's put Kane in center, Cespedes in right. So here's my cleanup guy. I'm gonna put Cespedes at 6 and have Bryant 5. We're gonna do D Gordon at 2nd, right? I've been batting D Gordon 9 recently. I don't know if it's working, but
I wouldn't hate on that, especially with Kane right behind him.
oh, we got Jacob deGrom against Jose Fernandez. This guy's got a pretty stacked team though.
Ooh.
Kane, Trout, Batista, Donaldson, Goldschmidt, Cano, and Posey.
Jesus.
This dude's mom's
That's
credit card
all
bill
purchased
is the worst.
That's completely purchased diamonds.
Yeah. Unless he has literally the best pack luck of all time.
No.
So if you guys are in the chat and have any questions, please shoot them over. Millennium will be more than happy to read them.
Yep, I will absolutely be doing Q&A. Tat 101, you're actually right there. If you do 7 p.m. in October, you will get darkness right off the bat. If you do 7 p.m. in June, like it is on default, you will still get sun towards the end of the game.
We're playing in Rogers Center.
I like Rogers Center.
0-2 count to Kane. I got that good eye working right now.
JD Allen in the chat should have put Cespedes in right. I would say that only if I'm okay with Cespedes still in center, JD, because he's got JD Martinez
I moved Cespedes
in right.
left. I moved Kane to center and JD Martinez.
Oh, okay. Well, either way, Martinez still has a good enough arm to
JD's
where it's not going to hurt you. Yeah, JD Martinez isn't going to hurt you. Late on velocity, Tat, what I would say is sit on the fastball and pick when you're less than 2 strikes, pick a spot. So if you're looking for like a high fastball, that's where a lot of people have problems with. Keep your PCI up in the upper third of the zone, and if you see a fastball, jump on it, and then learn to move down with the pitch. So if you're on fisheye cam, the highest pitch you're going to see is that high fastball, and then you can move your PCI down with the pitch as it goes. I find it easier to go down with the PCI than I do to move up with it.
See, I'm the exact opposite.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm the exact opposite way. I keep PCI low and work my way up.
So, and that's the thing is, whatever your natural hand motion is, my natural hand motion for my thumb is to go down with it. TJ's is naturally to go up with it.
But I mean, if they're gonna throw you up, you can start up there. I just choked on a slow curve, a sweeping curve.
Matt Foley, do 7 p.m. October and overcast, nighttime forever. Yeah, Matt Foley in the chat, he says he prefers to keep it low on the start too. I think a lot of people like that because online, a lot of people believe that pitching low will lead to ground balls, which isn't always untrue, but it's if you pitch low and the guy still swings underneath of it, it's going up in the air, and possibly out.
Yeah, I'm still having problems throwing inside to righties with DeGrom's curveball. But outside to him, beastly. I also feel like up and in fastballs are the hardest thing to hit. So I feel like if you're starting up there, like attempting to try to hit that, I feel like that's a bad idea, just because everything low is easier to hit. I don't know.
I agree.
Could be crazy.
But I also think that if you have, because most guys in the game are either pull or balanced. I don't know of many that go the other way. So it's also the most rewarding in terms of. See, this is okay. So let me go into the advanced metrics of this. If you have a pull hitter, you get a larger timing window on the inside of the plate if you have an early swing. So if someone throws you a high inside fastball and you know it's coming, and you have a pull hitter, you get a power boost and a better chance of hitting a home run with it.
But I feel like people don't hit that pitch.
I agree. Well, because people don't sit on it. What I'm saying is, if you're sitting on a high fastball and then reacting to everything else, I think that might be the move. Like I said, I sit high because I can move inside high pretty easily, but you can sit high, move in, and then go from there. With hard contact, I got up and in for sure. Yep, even against power guys. I agree, Tat, and that's
salty.
Human nature is the shortest point between a pitched ball and the plate is up and in from a righty to a righty, especially in the game because you don't get to see a ball trail. It's essentially the ball staying in the same place the entire way up the to the plate.
Yeah, this guy's Trout on first, and I just threw a wild pitch to salt my monkey.
Oh, I'm watching.
Bad slider. Bad slider. I'm going to throw a good one right now to get the strikeout, though. Or a really, really deep fly ball.
Oh, man. Was that the Diamond Batista or the gold one, do you know?
You can't tell.
Yeah, you can. When he comes up to the plate.
What does it say?
When he comes up to the plate.
Oh, it's got the little badge?
Left.
Yeah.
Yep, the badge is on there, yeah.
They should put the card there.
I agree. They should put the card there, or at least some of the ratings or something. Yep, Matt Foley in the chat room. You still have to consider how your opponent is pitching you, though. If you spot their tendencies, you need to adjust. Yep. Agreed.
100%.
You can have a default game plan in any game and still have issues. I just drafted best player in the draft at 70 overall at pick 10. So I'm doing multiple things.
Also, underrated. You got to be patient.
Yes,
patience is key.
Absolutely. If you're swinging at the first pitch every time, even if they're strikes, and I'm going to say this.
But then that JO rally I had, where I think everything was the first pitch that I swung at.
Yeah, well, everything was first pitch right where you were sitting with your PCI.
Yeah. I just swung 3-0 and grounded out. Oh, monster. Yoenis is only hitting 250 for me, so.
Yeah, I'm seeing that pop up.
It's not great. Ooh, low changeup. Low changeup's a nasty pitch.
Gentlemen's uniforms are a little eyesore-ish.
A little bright. I like to go with a more of a muted red, but that's just me.
I saw this earlier. Let me see if I can find it in the chat room. I'm curious about this. So, Jerry, if you're still here, let me just double check and see real quick. He's not, but hopefully he'll watch the YouTube. He asked what hitting views we used. Mm-hmm. And I'll start with, I use fisheye. For me, it is the easiest camera for me to see breaks on pitches. It gives me, there's a little bit of offset to it, which allows me to see that. And it's the best one for me to be able to react on fastballs, which is different than it was last year. Fisheye obviously wasn't in the game last year, but I pitched or I hit on a catcher high. So it is a little different than I used last year. What hitting camera are you using?
I use offset. Last year I felt like I didn't like any of the hitting cameras. I don't know what it was. I feel like at some point I just got to where I was like, I can't hit any of these things. But I've really fallen in love with offset this year.
And I think the offset, again, as I mentioned with the fisheye, I think having offset on your camera allows you to see breaks and pitches that you can't see straight on. Especially, like you said, like the changeups.
Yeah. You want to have one that's not too high, because then you're not going to see break as well. And not too low, because you're not going to see the speed as well. So I feel like offset's like right in the perfect middle for me. That was the big problem last year. They were either too high or too low, so I couldn't really get good read on pitches. Either if it was too low, like I said, it'd be fastballs that gave me problems, and if it was too high, it'd be off speed that gave me problems.
Nice. So, like I said, that was Jerry asked that question, but
I feel like I can kind of live high against the zone in the zone against this guy.
So far so good.
He's giving me a lot of
especially
pitches up
with
there.
the power. Yeah, you gotta be careful with the power that he has, but I don't see any problem with that.
Ooh, see, I want that DeGrom curveball right there, but a little lower. And I feel like he's been missing it a lot for me recently. But right there, I got it.
And the other thing is too is so I see what you're doing there, where you're trying to catch the bottom of the zone when you're doing it.
I've started actually aiming, not something I like doing. I've started actually aiming below the zone. But guess what? Get Jared Saltalamacchia, folks.
I'm going to just whoa, that's a bomb.
I actually go in with Saltalamacchia with the mindset of going opposite field. But he's really good, so he pulls it sometimes and hits home runs.
You gotta do what you gotta do, right?
Whatever works, right?
If he's gonna throw your fastball down the middle, and guys, this is another thing that I'm starting to see online a lot, and I'm hoping people aren't falling into this. DeGrom, almost. Pitch inside, outside, and high-low. Don't just think you can throw your 12-6 in the middle of the plate low. Go on the outside a little bit. Go even belt level outside sometimes. Change the height. Change the eye level. You want your guys leaning in, leaning out, looking up, looking down. You want to continuously keep guys off balance. Don't get into forming a habit of, well, I'm going to throw a fastball high, change up low, fastball high, change up low. Throw the fastball low below the zone. You'd be surprised how many times guys will just ground out.
I would also recommend mixing up your out pitches. Sometimes people fall in love with like a high fastball to strike guys out with.
Yes.
I cannot count how many times I've hit 0-2 fastballs that are belt high for home runs that I probably should have no business swinging at. But because they threw it so often, I knew it was coming, and it was just easy to turn on.
Oh, Lorenzo Cain. That's unfortunate. Who does he have playing left field?
I don't know, but I just took a base for him.
I'm aware.
I don't know. Is it?
I know he's got Batista in right.
Fight it off, Correa.
What are your feelings on the contact swing?
Listen, amazing. Let me tell you, great question. Thank you for bringing that up. I've been using contact swing a whole lot more recently. Specifically for pitchers. Mainly for pitchers. But even guys with low contact, when I get down 0-2, picked it up mainly because of Battle Royale. I've gotten to the point where I'm like, well, 15 to 18 pitches in, the starting pitcher is going to be tired. So if I'm already 0-2, why not just try to foul off like 4 or 5 pitches and get him beat up more? And while that works in Battle Royale, it works here in regular head-to-head as well. It just takes a little longer for the pitcher to get tired. But if you have 2 guys that are going to fight off a bunch of pitches, you can do a lot more damage.
Well, and I agree with that. So, and I mentioned earlier that you use your contact swing because if you get a mistake, the more pitches you see, the more chances you have of getting a mistake.
My problem is, though, then I hit a contact. Like, I'll put a real good swing on with a contact, and I'll just fly out to the right fielder. And I think, man, if that was a normal swing, maybe that's gone.
The other thing that I think people will start to notice if they use a contact swing is you can check swing a lot easier on a contact swing, which makes you more patient. It makes you realize that, hey, I can wait on this outside pitch a little deeper into the swing.
I kind of touched on it before. Now I've been targeting. I used to not throw a pitch that wasn't technically in the strike zone, but I feel like I've been throwing a lot more changeups, like right where it goes from red to blue, on the blue side, and getting a lot of luck out of that.
I think that's a good idea. I mean, I think to
because I didn't
become
want to
a
be
better
I didn't want to be
pitcher.
one of these dirt guys, and I feel like I have now have enough accuracy where I can target that bottom of the zone and not throw it in the dirt, which I feel is quite effective. Because I think like a low changeup is still one of the hardest pitches hit in this game.
Right. My thing is if they're going to swing at it, I mean,
Yeah,
that's just what's gonna happen.
I just don't want to be that guy.
I don't think there's anything about it. See, I think that's a stigma that if you don't be the guy throwing stuff into the dirt all the time. I mean, if you're gonna swing at curveballs in the dirt, why am I gonna throw you something else?
Yeah, agreed. But I just don't like playing those people.
No, I agree. I understand that.
I just missed on the changeup that he probably should have hit for a home run. But yeah, up and in fastballs, very effective. I kind of don't like them because they're that effective, but again, as you say, if it's gonna work, you might as well do it.
Right.
This guy's throwing a lot of high fastballs, so I'm gonna start sitting high, and JD Martinez is gonna lead off with a double. That's another thing, especially in the 9-inning games. Stick to your game the first 3 innings, but after 3 innings, you're obviously going to see their tendencies, and then you can just go at them real hard on their tendencies.
Yep.
And it's kind of like you're lulling them into a false sense of security. Like if I'm not swinging at their high pitches, they're going to keep throwing them up there. But when I change my game to be looking high, I feel like they're not going to change fast enough to. I'm going to score a couple runs before they actually change their game plan.
Right.
I think the game just froze because I dominated this guy.
Or he quit on you.
Well, Jose Abreu just hit a double to drive in JD Martinez. And it looks like the game might be frozen, but we'll see what happens. We'll give it a minute. Hopefully it comes back. Lost connection. He must have known that I got on.
It's unfortunate.
The question is it going to give me the points?
It's giving you the points. You're getting the points.
Was it giving me 9 or was it giving me 13? You gave me 10, which is not what we need.
No.
$16.99. Rough. I bet that kid just
So
like
close.
2 first pitch doubles. That kid literally just grabbed his PlayStation and threw it at the wall. I feel bad.
You should feel bad.
I'm going to go over here. Shoot him a GG. Be like, sorry, bro. This is not the guy I just played. Do I have to be out of this game?
Yeah, you have to be. I think you have to be out of the game.
Give me something. Give me something fire though. Give me an Ichiro. Nick Trepanio. Deese. Give me another good card. I can't believe they gave me $16.99. Should I be like, GG, sorry your internet went out? Nope, still not him. I played the same guy twice today, apparently.
Did you?
It says I played.
Were they as nice as Dogman was?
Probably not. That's weird. All right.
Well, you are 1 point away.
Now I'm going to lose. I'm going to be very upset.
I'm going to love to watch it. No, we want you on 1,700. We need you on 1,700. That's what we need.
Let me go tweet that we're... I can't believe it. Can't believe I'm a point away.
It's so close.
Can I get a loss but gain a point? Can I play someone that good?
No. I don't actually think that's possible this year.
$16.99. The grind continues on twitch.tv/ThatSportsGamer. If you're in the chat, if you could go retweet this for me, I would appreciate that.
Playing games. It's unfortunate because, like you said, if you finish that game, there's a good chance your rating goes up a little higher.
Because I've seen you can get up to like plus 13.
Yeah, you're 1 point away from the badass of all badass CS division.
Do we still want to go 17? Sorry, do we want to go Cincinnati?
Yes,
If we
still
didn't
want
get
to
to
go
play
Cincinnati.
Pick a month.
Yes.
Pick your time and month.
You have a good pitching staff, but you've got a lot of. Do you have a lot of pop in your lineup? No, you got a lot of moving the bats along. So let's make it October.
Mm-hmm.
And time is your call.
All right, let's go 7. Just keep it dark.
Yeah, I figured. I'm not sure how you feel.
I can go a 4 with an overcast, partly cloudy.
Yeah, that'll work too. I mean, there's no real.
The question is, do I want to change my outfield situation?
No.
So we're gonna keep Kane in center, Cespedes.
Kane in center, Cespedes in left. You know what? I like Cespedes in center.
Okay.
A lot because of his arm.
Mm-hmm.
That is a big outfield in Cincinnati. So.
I mean, we can go throw Kenny Lofton in. See what up.
You could, but then you lose. You're gonna lose Cespedes' bat. As long as you're okay losing Cespedes' bat,
we could move. I'm still saying we could move Cespedes to left. We could take Kane out of the situation
and put Lofton in center. I like that idea.
It's an option.
See if you get a lefty up first. See if you get a lefty.
I don't have
pitching.
Kane on my. I don't have Lofton on my bench. That's the only problem.
Oh, then okay.
I have Brantley on my bench. So what's going on in this basketball game?
I'm not curious.
You're not curious.
No, I am curious. I'm just not. I'm not aware.
It seems as if the Ultimate Warriors have defeated the Thunder.
They have. Wow, that's a huge comeback.
Aren't they down by like 16 or something?
They were down. They were down 3-1. In terms of just in general.
What am I doing here? Kinsler out, D. Gordon in.
You
want to play Matt Carpenter?
No, Kinsler.
No, D. Gordon.
For second base?
Yeah. I mean, we can do Kinsler.
I like Kinsler a lot. I just he has got a speed upgrade. He's got some power. But if you're gonna put him in the bottom of the lineup, then yeah, D. Gordon probably is the way.
I have no left-handed bats in the lineup except for Salty.
Yeah, but who needs lefties?
This guy's got Bryce Harper himself, Chris Davis, Reggie Jackson, Robinson Cano, Cal Ripken Jr., Manny Machado, Przinski, and Strasburg.
Sounds like really close to my lineup.
I have Jack Morris on the mound, so we get to check out this Jack Morris card. Steph Curry dropped 36 points.
Ladies and gentlemen, the crying
Ooh.
Jordan face is everywhere.
It's going to be
on Twitter.
All over what's his name, right? Westbrook or Durant.
Oh, there's one that I just retweeted at Millennium OS that is the state of Oklahoma filled with crying Jordan faces.
How?
The actual state.
I didn't look. This might be the rookie Harper, being that he's leading off. Pittsburgh won 3-2, which they were up 2-0.
One.
Yep.
Stanley Cup. Yep.
They were up 2-0, so I wonder if.
What are the contact ratings for that Harper?
I can't see.
Well, you push left on the D-pad when you get to a
left
stopped point.
You said left on the D-pad?
Left or right on the D-pad? Yeah, left will show you contact power and speed. Right will show you vision.
87 and then 99.
That is not the rookie, I don't think.
Ooh, yo, Jack Morris splitter, pretty nasty.
Telling you guys, splitter slider is one of the nastiest hard pitch combos in the league.
Especially against righties. Throwing a slider running away.
Yep. But the splitter slider, they kind of look the same coming out of the hand. Randy Marsh, that is Randy Marsh of South Park fame.
I just hit this guy right in the leg because I missed that spot with the slider. Chris Davis, though.
That is absolutely Randy Marsh from South Park. He's even got the mustache and everything.
Not really feeling this windup, but
yeah, a lot of the flashback guys have a lot of weird, like, bouncing windups. The coolest name that I've ever seen on Twitch just came through our chat room. Rocket Powered Zombie. Welcome.
Interesting. He just swung at a 3-0 trash pitch. I mean, it was in the zone, but it was still trash.
Well, that's one of the things we talk about is you have to keep yourself patient, even like in the zone. Like if you're swinging at low fastballs in the zone, like I keep saying like, if you're swinging at off-speed pitches on the first strike and popping up, or high fastballs and popping up, or sinkers and grounding out, wait for them to come to you. Wait for your pitch. Yes, Rocket Powered Zombie, that is you. That's why I said it. Very awesome Twitch name.
I really hate when these guys have these custom guys and they have 99 speed and they just steal second and third.
You can stop them.
Could, but I'd rather strike out their batters and move along.
Especially with the Morris windup. It's going to be a little iffy.
I need that pitch to hit the spot, but for some reason it's just not going to do that.
It's okay. Walk the Reggie Jackson and get the next guy.
Nah, we'll just get Reggie Jackson to ground out. Yes. Somebody also retweeted the entire state of Jordan's. Locaine! Let's go. That's what you need, that Locaine double off the bat. Let's go. Make it 3. Who's their center fielder? I'm going to stay 2, just to be safe.
Who is their center fielder? I know you said Harper was in right.
Created guy in center, Harper in left,
And,
Jackson in
and
right.
that wide open field looking nice for Lorenzo Kane.
Yeah. I don't know. I assume his guy's real fast, but
If he's got Harper in right,
he's got Harper in
and
left,
Reggie
Jackson in
is
right.
Harper in left. Oh, gotcha. Okay.
And Strasburg.
Yeah, this guy is really fast. That's right, because he was stealing on you. So.
Bang bang, crash. What up? Oh, hold that up. Hold it up. What up, P-Town boy? Let's go. Let's get a hit. Come on, Correa. Not like that, though. I mean, that's deep.
Be careful if you have
He's got a bad animation. We're going 3. All right. Tied up.
Be careful if you have any bad or any relay plays, because Ripken's arm at shortstop.
I saw Reggie Jackson caught a bad animation, so I figured he was good. Man, it's the father. My bad. Stan's the
Randy
Jackson.
Randy Jackson.
All right, I need this slider to be.
Oh well.
I need this slider to be gold. This guy's not swinging at the up and fastballs, so I'm gonna take my own advice and keep throwing it there. You're not up anymore. Stan Marsh is gonna make the play. God, that was good. That was a good rip into the gap, though.
Stan. Every time we say Stan Marsh,
not Stan. It's the father. My bad. Stan's father. Stan's the
Randy.
kid.
Randy
Jackson.
Randy Jackson.
All right, I need this slider to be.
Oh well.
I need this slider to be gold. This guy's not swinging at the up and fastballs, so I'm gonna take my own advice and keep throwing it there. But miss. I do wish he had a curve. Curve would be nice. I'm going to throw a low and heater to Robinson Cano. Probably a terrible idea, especially when I leave it up over the plate.
Ooh, not good.
Don't worry, Kane's there.
That's why you get yourself a Lorenzo Kane.
Not a budget outfielder, but well worth it. Cal Ripken Jr. settles in. I think this might be my first righty that I'm facing against him. Could be wrong. Oh, yeah, I'm going to live with this low and away slider on him. This guy's rocking like Blue Jay jerseys. How do you feel with Cal Ripken Jr. rocking a Blue Jays jersey?
That makes me sick to my stomach.
With a little split.
Not a fan.
Mr. Splitter. All right, let's try to beast him with an inside fastball again. Then sometimes I would like to throw the fastball a little bit too inside on purpose, just to try to throw
Oh
him more.
yeah, absolutely. Well, and you'd be again surprised how many times the move now is to get a guy with a cutter and throw inside fastball like off the plate.
Hmm.
See if he swings. If he doesn't swing, then throw the cutter in the same exact spot to let it tail back over. So then he goes, "Oh crap!" Now he's gonna throw. Now he doesn't know whether the fastball or the cutter's coming, and then throw the fastball again and watch him swing right through it.
Yeah. Also, two-seamers seem to be the worst pitch in the game. How are you feeling about that?
I love two seamers. I 100% disagree that it's the worst pitch in the game.
I think it's trash right now.
I think if you throw it correctly, the way it's supposed to be done, I think it's a great pitch.
I disagree. As a Spore. Ooh.
I think. Oh, I know. Spore hates it.
I just threw two trash sliders. Supposed to be low and away. They both were inside, belt high. He took them both. And he struck out. Looking. Yoenis Cespedes still not hitting well for me. If he doesn't do good after this game, he might be out of the lineup. Might just sell him because it's going to be a while till they get the Mets set.
Yeah.
Take that.
Especially
take
with all the
those
good
stubs.
pitchers.
How about I hit a rocket? And by that I mean a slow dribbler back to the mound. Sometimes when you're hitting bad and you can't take a pitch, like you physically just can't take a pitch, like you just find yourself swinging no matter what, just put the control down. Literally just put the controller down and just take the pitch. Sometimes you got to do it.
Just sit back and say, hey, you know what? I know I'm having a problem.
Just got into that one. It's all good though. All good though. He's got Machado playing third and Ripken playing short.
Which is fine because Machado is still primary third baseman.
Ooh, Saltalamacchia threw him a belt high fastball and I just missed it. He's gonna throw me a little low inside slider. I'm gonna rocket it.
At some point soon, maybe even this week, Machado is going to get that primary shortstop and go up in price because it'll make him probably one of the best shortstops in the game.
Hit a little dinker to the first baseman. First baseman misplayed it. If Saltalamacchia had any speed, he would have been good, but he has none. A Gold Przinski. This must be the flashback.
You don't get Saltalamacchia for his speed. You knew that.
Crap. One does not walk something into Mordor.
One does not simply walk into Mordor.
One does not simply let Saltalamacchia walk up to the plate. Are you a Game of Thrones fan?
I'm not. I have not seen one episode of Game of Thrones, and I do not mind it being spoiled if that's what you're about to do.
No, I've watched one episode of Game of Thrones, and I think I might want to start watching more.
I've been told that I should watch it. I've been told that I would like it. So, maybe?
I've been told this low and away changeup's going to get a strikeout. It's not on that pitch, but it will be. I also watched the... Can you get a home run using contact swing? Great question.
Yes, you can. I had one in with Chris Davis. No, actually, it wasn't Chris Davis. It was Mark Trumbo.
Which Chris Davis?
In my offline franchise. No, it was Mark Trumbo.
Oof. Oh, Saltalamacchia. You'd be crying right now. He just took that one off the inner thigh.
Xander, who are you using at third base now that the Machado at third base, or moving Machado to the shortstop would do it for you? Xander 3131 says the second Machado gets primary shortstop is when he'll want to use him. Yeah, but bang bang, you absolutely can with a higher power guy. You can absolutely get especially if it's a hung breaking pitch. Hung breaking pitches, even with regular power guys, you can put out.
I just tried to make an amazing play with Yoenis Cespedes, but it was a terrible idea. He just bounced off the wall. I had Przinski where I wanted him. Could not put him away.
Oh, you've got the... that's one of the guys we know that has the chipper. Xander, you are not a favorite of Mr. Sports Gamer at this moment.
I just fooled that guy with a fake throw to third, throw to first.
Very jelly.
So jelly. I want that. I want him. It's Chipper. I love him. What do you want me to do? Chipper should also have shortstop eligibility. He did come. He did come up as a shortstop. He should have it. He doesn't have it. Whoa.
Yeah.
He just took out AJ Przinski for a pinch runner in the third inning.
That is absolutely the live series, Bryce Harper, by the way.
He really wants this run, huh?
Oh, they would tie it up. It's in the third inning.
And of
He's
course,
thinking Battle Royale.
I feel like I cannot load up a throw with a catcher.
I don't really think you have to load up with the catcher in terms of
I feel like if
stealing.
he needs the player, I have to be able to see him on the screen for the throw to register because it does not otherwise.
No, for me, it's once the pitch is out of the pitcher's hand.
Nope, not for me. Not at all.
I mean, it's okay to be wrong.
You have juice packs, apparently.
I have juiced catchers is what I have.
Oh, this guy's going to try to bunt with 2 outs. Great. With his guy. How about I put one in his nose hairs? And pops out to third. Yeah, if guys are going to bunt, throw it up in the zone. Make him pop it up. He ended up swinging at that, but now he's got Carl Crawford in that catcher. So I'm going to steal a base with Jack Morris, I think. Did it just call him Joe Morris?
No, you said Jack.
Yeah, just making sure.
You absolutely said Jack Morris.
Sounded like you said Joe.
Very, very proud of you. No, roll the tape back.
Yo, Jack Morris. Get out of town, son. Get out of town. That was a decent shot. Decent poke.
Had him for 60. He's had him for about 60 games. This is the Chipper Jones. He's hitting over 500 with 52 home runs and 37 stolen bases.
Dang. I want to try to get a single and then steal all the bases against Carl Crawford.
Are you hearing these numbers, Mr. Sports Gamer?
I mean, he's playing on the computer.
Amazing, amazing numbers.
Quit playing on rookie.
That's a good point.
Oh, got him. Are you at a disadvantage for using analog swing instead of button? Says Rocket Powered Zombie.
You are. So you're not at a disadvantage, but if you're using analog, your timing window is smaller than it is using zone. That is a fact. So the timing window of hitting the ball is actually smaller on analog and on what's the other one called? Directional than it is on zone hitting. I load up when he thinks he's going for second. Sometimes just hit L1 to cancel if he doesn't.
Yeah, I'm holding it too long is the problem. That's
possibly. Yeah, you don't have to like slam it or anything or hold on to it for too long.
But in the past, the thing would come up.
Yeah, this time it does not come up.
Maybe that's what it is. Yeah, I threw Chris Davis a real bad pitch. Thankfully, he grounded to the third baseman playing shortstop.
It's because his vision is terrible. No, it's really not because he made contact, so his vision has nothing to do with it. But his vision is terrible.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0. Just one hit apiece for both of these clubs.
Yeah, using a player's stance in Road to the Show is a huge thing.
Yeah, if you want to, so as Xander says, playing on Hall of Fame, but he's used chipper stance in Road to the Show for years, so he's got the timing down pat. That is a great way to get used to a player's stance, is to make a Road to the Show player and just switch it up.
I literally have a Road to the Show player just for that, and then I just gave up a home run to Robinson Cano.
There you go.
Not good. Faux 40. This guy's gotten pretty good eye so far. I'm at 50% energy. I'm at 58 pitches. Wow. I have not been throwing a ton of strikes. Well, I just saw that thing creep up right at the last second.
That is one of the drawbacks.
You know, new player with me, so. If he had a curveball, I'd be way more excited. But slider's nasty. Splitter also nasty. All right, I've been hitting under these pitches, so I'm going to aim a little higher this time. Or I'm going to start my PCI a little higher. I feel like Correa's going to hit home
Input
run
bad as in using the stick instead of hitting extra. Yeah, Rocket. What I'm saying is, so you're still using zone hitting, but you're using analog for. If you're using analog zone, you don't take the same hit. It's only if you use just analog. If you're using analog zone, then yes, you're at no disadvantage as long as it's more comfortable to you.
here. He still got Carl Crawford behind the plate, so I just stole third base for the heck of it.
Does he?
Yep.
That's insane.
I'm not going to allow this to happen.
Oh,
Reggie Jackson makes a fielding error to give us a 2-1 lead. I'll take it all day. Power swing doesn't do nothing for me.
power.
I tried to hit it with more power.
More power.
Do I steal it, JD Martinez? I don't think so.
Why not? What's Crawford going to do? Roll it there?
Doesn't matter. He scores from second on that anyway. Ooh, damn, that's far.
It's always good when you hit something and you can say, "Oh, damn, that's far."
430. Dad Jose Abreu, though. If you can afford him, get him. Hits lefties and righties equally.
He was on one of the captain stores not too long ago, maybe last week.
Yeah. Yeah, I've pretty much zoned in on this guy right now.
Yep, he was on the captain store last week. Forget this, 800 tickets.
Steal. Yeah, so I had my PCI down here, like halfway in the middle of the bottom third, and I moved it to the line of the top third, like where the top and bottom third, or top and middle third meet.
Right.
And inside, and I've been hitting the ball with much more authority.
See, and that's what you're talking about. You're in the fourth inning, so you're starting to make adjustments. So.
That's why I wish BR was 5 innings. Oh, Salty's up. Salty is up, folks. Salty's going to be up and out. Now, traditionally, I would like to hit one on the third baseline. But if he's going to give me something inside, we're going downtown.
Yeah, Tat 101 in the chat. Another quote-unquote disconnection coming soon.
Yeah. Hit a grounder back to the Strasburg. Not good. 4 runs, 4 hits. No errors for the TSG crew.
You're welcome, Rocket Power Zombie. Yeah, if you're just using, like I said, if you're using zone, it doesn't matter what your input is. But the second you switch over to like analog or analog stride, that kind of thing, yeah.
If you don't know, I get real angry when I throw balls.
I don't know why. You got to throw balls to set up strikes.
True. True.dat.
You're a baseball mind. You know that.
I know, but I don't want to be throwing balls.
Oh, yes, you don't want to be that guy?
I don't want to be that guy. Carl Crawford's going to go hit a double, but it doesn't matter because Carl Crawford is going to let me steal bases all day. Yoenis just threw a ball from deep left field into second base on a fly. No problem.
I believe that. Yoenis has a massive arm.
Looks like he'd be taking out Strasburg right now. For Whoa Nelly Cruz. Jack Moore's up 6 pitches already. Not liking that idea.
One of the things you got to remember is you always... you've got the bullpen to handle it, so it doesn't matter. But if you pitch to strike out or pitch around the zone, it's going to happen.
Blue. You have got to be kidding me, Blue.
I might be using the Jack Morris for my Road to the Show pitcher windup. I really like his windup. I'm not a fan.
Got the strike, though.
Crawford just waltzes right into third. A man at third with one away.
Got the K.
So,
He moved to
chat
third.
room, I'm curious, what guys have you picked up recently that have helped out? We talk about all the budget guys and what we do. I'm actually curious what the chat picks up. Like, have you bought somebody? Have you pulled somebody? By the way, I love seeing people that pulled golds or diamonds in packs and stuff at Millennium OS. I retweet that stuff all day.
Especially if you prefer to use a 1994 flip phone to take those pictures.
Yes, please, God, don't share anything. Please don't share anything unless you actually use the share button.
Hashtag share button movement. Hashtag make screenshots great again. Ooh! Nasty split right there from Jack Morris. Got Bryce Harper to check his swing. Let me tell you what the greatest feeling in this game is. Getting someone to check their swing on a called strike.
Well, strike, yeah, I agree with that.
Nasty. So nasty. Do I let Jack Morris bat here? I'm going to let Jack Morris bat. We're going to start warming up some guys. Greg Holland. I'm not going to lie, guys. Greg Holland, recent pickup. Love him. Love him a lot right now. Also, you know what? I'm not going to warm up Rondon. They've got a lot of lefties. I'm going to warm up Zach Britton. But yeah, I picked up this Greg Holland off the free agent area. And he's been doing really good for me. Jack Morris with another rope to right field. Problem is, Matt Foley, I feel like everybody has that sale. And so you start picking up on that. I mean, maybe it's just a me thing. Maybe I'm just that good. I don't think that's the case.
Oh, no, he's saying replace the sale with Britain, though. Actually putting the Britain in instead of the sale.
Oh, okay. So he agrees. I like it.
I'm all up for that. I'm all in for that.
Check it. Check it. Check it.
Check
A
it.
D. Gordon, another one I like to use the
Let's
contact swing with.
begin.
All right. 2 strikes. D. Gordon. Do we go contact swing? I think we go contact swing right now. Oh, look at that. Look at that little dinkies. Woo. Contact swing.
Oh, Bang Bang 691 pulled the Stanton and did the Hanley set.
Nice.
That Hanley, I've heard good things, Bang Bang.
Get back. What? Okay, here's what I don't understand. When you hit L1, the guy leads off, right?
Yes.
But when you hit R1, it takes time getting back. I don't like it.
Correct.
I don't like it at all.
Yeah, if he takes his time getting back, he actually won't go back to the base. Yeah, if you get picked off moving.
It's so dumb.
Yeah.
It's like when I accidentally take a double one, it's like, go back, and it will not let me go back. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I don't know how many outs there are. That frustrating. Everybody's got this owl logo. Am I supposed to know what that is?
I have no idea what the owl is. It's just, I'm guessing, one of the icons in game.
Yeah.
Possibly.
I feel like I cannot hit any guys pitches low and away from lefties with a righty. Yeah, I'm sorry, MK. Yeah, I don't like that. I mean, if you're going to give me the power to hit L1 to lead, I want that exact same power to hit R1 to come back. Like, I know I screwed up. Let me get back.
You pulled Betances. Oh, yeah. Betances' knuckle curve is sickening. How good it is. I did the Yankees collection, so I absolutely know what you're talking about with that.
It's so good that he overuses it and then is not good in real life.
Yes.
Salty. It's like, oh, he threw 18 pitches tonight. 15 of them with a knuckle curve. It's like, throw a fastball. You have gas. You know what I'm saying? Man, I'm mad I can't message the other guy. I wanted to tell him a good game, so. This is going to be a double down the opposite field line. I'm going to be very upset.
Outside and low that time. Now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
Let's see here. Debating trading his Xbox for a PS4.
Do it.
The question is, what do you have your Xbox for? Is it for something specific, like a specific game, or
Give in and the at-bat will continue.
that you got to know? Got to know that answer.
No, just do it.
I mean, I agree, but
Thought he finally wears him down here as he strikes him out after
Just got Chris Davis with a nasty change. I'll throw the same change to Reggie Jackson.
stand in again. A couple of ground outs for him on
Can I get Reggie Jackson to ground out to the catcher 3 times in a game?
down and away. 1 ball.
ooh, that would be impressive, actually.
And he fires in a strike this time to make it 1 ball and 1 strike.
Matt Foley says the guy you last play, his name is Roger Rodger Jr. So Roger Jr.
You guys should go hit him up.
There, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's
If you miss your spot on a fastball a couple times and it takes the hit, you still got the cutter you can hit 97 with.
swing and a miss, and that ends
I struck out Jackson. MK has just always been an Xbox guy. We played a lot.
It's
of
just what
FIFA.
you've always gotten. Gotcha. I mean, if you're not worried about the Gears of War games, or I think there's a Fable game coming out. If you're not worried about,
I'm pretty sure they closed off all the studios that make Fable games.
no, there's a new Fable. The designers are in a new studio, and they're taking it with them.
Oh, interesting.
Yep. Yep.
Get through. Ripken ain't that good.
Ripken is that good.
Jose Ray almost beat it out, bro. What you gonna do? You know, in a Cespedes, I'm not gonna lie, you're gonna need to hit a home run for right here to stay on my team. I don't think it's gonna happen. See, MK only plays sports games, and Xbox is not a fit. You can go buy RBI Baseball if you really want.
Yeah, if that's the case, I mean, I don't know your money situation, so I can't speak from that point. But I will say that it is absolutely worth it.
Don't buy League of Legends skins for like a month, and then
Oh, so you're an LOL guy.
Cespedes strikes out. Cespedes, you're off this team. Cespedes isn't left. You know what? Next at bat, Cespedes, I'm thinking I'm going to take him out and have Brantley hit for him. Robinson Cano. All right. I think here's my problem. I have a 3-run lead. Yes, I want more runs, but also I want more saves. Come on.
TJ, refund me my 50 mystery skins that I gifted you.
Yeah, mystery skins are the bomb.
I don't know what any of you people are talking about.
Like
Not a MOBA guy.
Think of it like a jersey.
Oh, I get that.
I need to hit this changeup right here. I mean, I need it to hit in a good spot. Ugh. Yeah, I just downloaded a bunch of my EA Access games on my Xbox. Will I play them? Probably not.
EA Access is a fantastic way to... I mean, it's just a great deal.
Blue. Hey, Blue, get off your knees. Wow. That was a nasty splitter. Great job, Salty. Salty sprung up out of the crouch to throw out Cano at second.
That's true, Jay Young, with the exception of baseball. I think baseball is the biggest... I think everybody knows that. I think baseball is the biggest missing thing on Xbox.
That was a nasty changeup. EA Play, though, coming up. Will they have a baseball game? The answer is no, but it would be great if it did.
No, yeah, the answer is no.
This is going to be the last batter for Jack Morris. 102 pitches. You know what? I'm going to try to end the inning with him. See if we can get out of this inning. 2 outs. This might be the longest I've left a starting pitcher in pitch-wise. I don't think I've thrown a 2-seam fastball in this game.
Whoa.
I'm going to throw one now. Probably.
Yeah, but you're against that, unfortunately.
It just
You're
does
against
not,
the two-seamer.
It doesn't do what I think it should do. Also, this guy's been taking a lot of pitches. His fastball's only 91, which isn't that great, but yeah, Tat 101. This guy's taking a lot of pitches that I don't know if I could take. And then he swings at a pitch that's a little too high. Don't drop it, Salty. Excellent. Excellent. All right, we're going to the bottom of the 7th, 4-3 lead here. Bullpen's warming up.
What's a brave take, Tat? What do you mean?
No, he's talking about the opponent.
Oh.
Took a 3-2 splitter. That was a strike. But did not get called.
It's a bold move, Cod. Let's see how it pans out.
I feel like my controller logo is really good.
It definitely has taken major strides.
I need to put it on a jersey, I think.
At least the hat, right?
Yeah, maybe make some color adjustments or something. Right now it's pink and blue. A little weird. Maybe this guy's getting ready to quit. Give me that dub. We've got Derek Holland and Britton walking up, warming up. Bring in Melanson to warm up after one of those guys goes in.
That's and you can see with his way his lineup is. That's the one issue I have with the Ripken is it just doesn't hit as well as you would think a reward that high up should.
Yeah. I mean, it's still a good card.
Yeah, well, it's an absolutely great card.
Should not have swung at that. The cutter, the movement on the cutter for Pence is pretty nasty. Hit it back up the middle. But with Saltalamacchia getting the shift, it's right to the shortstop. Jack Morris, great game. Go get a round of applause. I'm going to bring in Adrian Gonzalez to pinch hit for him. I think I left like 7 guys on base with Adrian Gonzalez in a game earlier today. Very upset.
Ooh.
Ooh, I just had one of those where the thing did not match.
The thing didn't match. What do you mean?
The PCI did not match where the ball went.
Oh, yeah.
The pitch was in the middle of the plate. The PCI said it was low. Kyle MC17 asks if I played with Michael Brantley. If so, what's my opinion of him? Love him.
Yeah, I love the Brantley.
Hold on.
Oh, is that a shift?
Hold on, psychological. Yeah, there's a shift for... who was it? Yeah, shift for Adrian Gonzalez. Yeah.
Adrian Gonzalez, yeah.
Here's the trick. He's going to pinch hit. I'm not going to change my pitcher yet. Now I'll change my pitcher. We'll bring it home.
Yeah, see who's coming up first.
Psychological warfare right there. Michael Brantley's actually going to come into this game for Yoenis Cespedes at some point because Yoenis Cespedes is trash for me. Mark Melanson, Dave Robertson, same pitcher. Whichever one you can get for cheaper, get him. I'm going to throw this one low and away. Not low and away enough. I'll take. He seems to be taking a lot of pitches, so. Will he keep up with it with a relief pitcher? I don't know.
So there's a Batista. I don't know.
Have a seat, sir.
That Greg Holland is sick.
What's his lineup look like? Can I pause this and look at his lineup?
Yeah, you can pause.
Lefties for a while. We're going to bring in Britton. Bring in Holland to get Jose Batista. And we'll bring in Britton for a little bit. Sorry. And I will also warm up. Get my closer getting started. Come on. Get control. All right. This guy's being very patient. Yeah, MK brings up a lot of the other streamers use that super zoomed in batting camera. I cannot do that.
I can't use it either. I mean, I get that it's what they use for performance-wise, but I also agree that it's terrible to watch when you're hitting too. I'm not sure how other people do that.
My favorite part of the
So
game
I
is
love
the
the
stance,
fisheye.
and I want to see
Well,
the
the other thing
stances.
is, exactly. I love that. I love the fisheye because it shows the entire stadium. It shows how beautiful this game really is. So,
Just one of them things.
I agree. I absolutely agree that that is a huge thing for this game. Is how it
Darren
looks.
He's bringing in Darren O'Day.
Oh, that means you know what that means, right?
Doubles O'Day.
Time to beat him up.
Ugh. Top the ball with D Gordon. Lorenzo Kane working on a 2 for 3 day with a double and a single. Oh, got on top of it again. All right, 2 pitches, 2 outs. We should probably take 4 or 5 right now.
We should probably take all of them.
He's also going back low.
All the pitches.
He's also going low again, so I need to readjust my PCI game. Ooh, that was a good pitch. Remember that guy threw me the Joe Smith fastball up?
Yes, and that ball is still not landed.
I destroyed it.
I remember that ball. I think it landed somewhere around my house.
That was pretty ridiculous.
Hit it from New Jersey to Maryland.
Looks like my capture card's getting a little tired. Let me hit it with a refresh real quick. Who did he just bring in? Edgar Martinez? Just give it 1 second. The capture card will be back up.
I think you should take your time.
One moment. It'd be great if I had a screen. That'd be great.
Do.
Oh, well, while I wasn't seeing, I guess I threw the pitch right over the middle of the plate.
It's very possible.
And Edgar Martinez popped up at the second baseman. So, crushing it.
Edgar Martinez. Matt Foley, I don't know. I can't hit with it, personally. The zoomed-in camera. I actually hit better with fisheye. I've tried both, so...
I tried zoomed in. I mean, I didn't give it a real shot, but I tried it a little bit. I just couldn't do it. I felt so out of my depth trying to use that. MK, the stream should be better now. I just restarted the capture card. After like I don't know if it's a memory leak or something, but after like an hour or almost 2 hours, it gets a little questionable. Oh, got him. Got him looking on a low and in sinker, and he did a little checky check. Excellent. Shoes Robinson Cano. Let's get him. I'm going to throw 2 fastballs up and in. I'm going to hit him with a low and away slider, and we're going to walk away with a W and be in the 1700 range. You excited?
I am thrilled right now
Here comes
for 1700.
Here comes the low and away slider. It went straight down, not low and away, but yeah. I don't know what to throw. We're gonna throw an up and away fastball. .95. 2-2 count. Hits a little foul ball down the third baseline. I want this slider. Give me it. Got it. Cano goes down.
You should change your jerseys to the retro brown and mustard Padres.
No, I'm not going to do that. I wish I could do camouflage for today. That'd be sick.
Oh, yeah, for Memorial Day. That'd be awesome.
I'm so mad I didn't do pink for Mother's Day. Jack Morris's windup, not terrible. You might be better off with a Julio Teheran. 7 innings, 3 hits, 1 earned, which was the home run to Cano. 9 Ks. Not bad.
And the mustache game, still 1 point.
Definitely sick mustache game. That's going to do it for tonight's Bullpen Banter. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it very much. As always, you can follow me on Twitter at ThatSportsGamer. You can follow Millennium at MillenniumOS.
2 L's, 2 N's.
2 L's, 2 N's. Be sure to sub the channel, or follow the channel here on Twitch. Sub the YouTube channel, youtube.com/ThatSportsGamer. You can follow Millennium's Rockies franchise over at twitch.tv/Operation Sports. When are you doing that again?
It's every Sunday between 12 and 1 o'clock. We just finished the first year off season. We traded away Cargo. We now have Josh Reddick and a couple other really exciting rookies on the team.
Nice.
So definitely want to check it out, especially for people that haven't been through the off season yet. It's a good primer.
And I'm also the community manager for Out of the Park Development's baseball games, specifically Out of the Park Baseball 17. So Wednesday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, I'll be going live on twitch.tv/OOTP Developments with my Braves franchise over there. If you want to come check that out, I would appreciate it. You can also